Hi everyone, welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and this morning we finally got the first trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I can't even tell you how many people have been waiting for this trailer. I've even been asked about this myself, like, oh, when is the Sonic trailer gonna drop? I'm like, I don't really know. I mean, probably not till later in the year. Of course, the movie itself is going to be dropping at the end of this year, so I mean, it just would have been too soon to be dropping it earlier in the year, but now finally, we got the first trailer this morning. I cannot wait to see the first footage of Keanu Reeves as Shadow. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right down into the first trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
Or your heart.
There's been a high-level security breach.
Shadow.
And we need Team Sonic's immediate assistance. Project Shadow is far beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Shadow's story began a lot like yours, Sonic. But where you found family and friends, Shadow found only pain and loss.
All right, we got a rogue alien on the loose. How do we find it?
Start with a giant fireball?
I love it. Let's start with a giant fireball.
He is much more impressive than the hedgehog I fought previously.
Dude, I'm standing right here.
You're a colorful bunch.
We don't want to fight you.
Actually, Sonic, I would like to fight.
No, no! My turn. Can we just talk about this? He's too powerful. Sonic! I can't believe I'm saying this, but we need you-know-who.
This is a bad idea.
When has that ever stopped me?
Here it is.
Doctor,
Oh, he went Thor.
your visitors. This
went
is sad,
Thor.
Robotnik. Even for you.
We need your help.
On one condition.
Oh, he went Thor.
What? Do this! If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it!
I need room.
But sir, I don't have the proper materials.
Found some.
Oh, wow, okay.
There won't be anything left.
Hey, no cheat code! What did you do?
What I had to. Welcome home, my boy.
Oh, there's two of them.
Possible.
Is it?
It couldn't be.
Couldn't it?
Are you? In the saggy flesh.
That was the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer, finally, after however long it's been. But yeah, I have to say, this actually looks really intriguing. I love the concept that they have in here, how Shadow is basically the antithesis of Sonic, how Sonic found family, whereas Shadow has found pain, and suffering, and all that sort of stuff, right? So I really like that concept. I love how they're kind of like they're equals, but they're antithesis of each other. We see how formidable Shadow is in this movie, of course. Like, he is even to knock down Knuckles very easily. So I have to say, just looking at the first footage, it looks really promising. You can see the high stakes in this movie. Can we just talk about the fact that Jim Carrey's Mr. Robotnik, he went full Thor. He went like, we're not talking like Thor from like Infinity War and Ragnarok. We're talking about like Endgame Thor. He pulled a Big Lebowski, and I was like, oh my god, this is like the Big Lebowski, like the same way that we saw with Thor. So very funny to see that. And then of course we got to see two Robotniks. I mean, it's it's great to see that Jim Carrey did return, because I know a lot, because initially he did say that he was going to retire a couple of years ago, and then I think it was like earlier this year it had been announced that he was indeed coming back as Dr. Robotnik. So he is making that exception from his retirement and coming back as Dr. Robotnik. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, the fact that he's going to be teaming up with Sonic, because how else they're going to be able to stop Shadow, right? I mean, he seems to be someone who is really going on a very deep, dark path, and inducing a lot of fear and terror to just civilization, right? So, and let's just say Keanu Reeves as Shadow, I mean, it's a great casting. You can already see just how deep his character is in this movie, how he's really embodying just a stark persona of Shadow. And so yeah, I mean, I cannot wait to see this movie. I know it's easily one of the most anticipated movies because of how many people have been asking about when the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is going to drop, and it's finally dropped. And I have to say, it really came out great. Already some really great first impressions of what I expect for this movie. Now, I believe this movie is coming out around like, what is it, November of this year? I have to double check. Again, I am half awake, but that probably means that we probably won't get another trailer until maybe closer to the release. So, which I can see why. I mean, you don't want to oversaturate with so many trailers and then, people forget. So, but I know people won't forget about Sonic 3, and the trailer looks really promising here. So I cannot wait to see this movie when it comes out later this year. What a way to kind of get this fall preview of movies. But let me know your thoughts, having now seen the first trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. We've been waiting for it for so long, and it did not disappoint. What are your thoughts about Keanu Reeves as Shadow? What are your first impressions about it? Do you think this is exactly what you wanted? What are your thoughts about seeing Jim Carrey return as Dr. Robotnik and his first features that we saw here for like a little glimpse of it? What do you think we're going to have in terms of this movie moving forward so far? Are we going to get more Sonic? Of course. That's always going to be the big question. And let me know any other thoughts and comments having now seen the first trailer. Are you looking forward to seeing it this year? I know a lot of people are, so I would imagine a lot of you guys are. But let me know your thoughts having now seen the first trailer. Let me know your thoughts below, and make sure to like and subscribe.